Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler. Welcome back to Scorpio Oxman channel. So another huge monumental celebrity birthday this week on November the 11th was Leonardo DiCaprio, one of my all-time favorites, one of our all-time favorites too in Hollywood history. And he's also, as we know, he's a very strong activist for conserving for helping save the environments of the planet. And I found this very interesting about his primal astrology, the primal astrology spirit animal that he is, based on his day sign, which I mention a lot about in the Scorpio Oxman series videos about the day sign energy of people in primal astrology determines their spirit animal. Now, the spirit animal that Leonardo DiCaprio is on his day, as of his day sign, it says a lot. It's amazing what it says a lot about why, because he mentions a lot on his social media and such about saving the environment and the North Pole. Now, the North Pole, the polar ice cap. So that's where polar bears live, as we know. So it's pretty fascinating of his spirit animal. Okay, so we're going to get we're going to mention. So I'm going to get to explaining of what his spirit animal is according to his day sign and primal astrology. So let's take a look. Okay, so firstly, well, as we know, the video I did of him last year, I did show and explain of his moon being Virgo. So his moon sign is Virgo in true sidereal astrology. That's according to masteringthezodiac.com, true sidereal astrology. Now, his day sign in the Chinese astrology is the dragon. So DiCaprio is born day of the dragon. By the way, people born on day of the dragon, everything they touch turns to gold. Why is that? Because the dragon is the most powerful sign of the Chinese astrology, of the 12 signs of the Chinese astrology. Okay, so I'm going to show you the proof of that here as well. Okay, so let's go to, I want to show you, okay, first we'll see his birth date. Rise. Okay, so just going to show you the proof of his date of birth. Astro theme, astro charts right here. Okay, so he is November 11, 1974. And oh, here he is right here. Okay, so November 11, 1974, 2:47 a.m. In Los Angeles. Okay, so there it is right there, the proof. Okay, so firstly, I want to show you the evidence on the site, master sign. Okay. I'm just going to go to the calculator here. Hang on a second. Calculator should be right here. Okay, this is the easiest calculator I could find for this Chinese astrology calculator. Is the easiest I could find just to show you the proof of, okay, so we're going to go to November 11, 1974. I just wanted to show you the evidence and proof of his day sign being the dragon, the fire dragon. Okay, here it is right here. So as you can see, November 11, 1974, he's year of tiger, month of the wood pig, and day of the fire dragon. So there's the evidence right there. So his moon is Virgo, his day sign is dragon. The Virgo dragon is the sign of, you'll find out. We're going to go to primal astrology. Okay. Sign combinations. Okay, so here's primal, and we're going to read about his spirit animal as well. So earlier I mentioned about the North Pole and what animals live in the North Pole, which Leonardo DiCaprio highly promotes for us to help to save the North Pole ice cap from melting and such, and to prevent the sea levels from rising and humans doing their part to save the climate. And so what animals live in the North Pole, which I mentioned, which is this happens to be the spirit animal of Leonardo DiCaprio. So the Virgo people born on day of the Virgo dragon, which is Leonardo DiCaprio, they are, so here you have it, the Virgo dragon. There you go, the polar bear. I thought that was amazing. And you know what? That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence at all. So Leonardo DiCaprio he's born day of the polar bear in primal astrology. So his spirit animal is the polar bear. How ironic. Since the North Pole, he promotes to help to save. And so there you have it. So let's read about the spirit of the polar bear, who is Leonardo DiCaprio. The polar bear, individual, sensitive, and idealistic. Those born under the sign of the polar bear long to get the most out of life. They are very observant and may learn how to manipulate people in situations at an early age. Polar bears instinctively know what role to play in various situations and have both the intellect and courage to improvise their way into getting what they want. So though intellectuals in many respects, polar bears are primarily guided by their emotions. This is neither positive nor negative. It is simply the way their minds function. Because of this, members of the polar bear are often very sensitive to the way others treat them. Despite a certain social bravado, there is a fragility to them that drives many of their fears. These are sensitive souls who want nothing more than the love and respect of those around them, without obvious gestures of adoration. Polar bears may begin to doubt themselves, which can lead to anxiety and depression. Okay, polar bears tend to dwell on the mistakes of the past. They are often too sensitive and may interpret the words and actions of others as basically arrows directed at them when they are not even being discussed. When self-doubt and depression takes over, members of the sign simply shut down like their animal namesakes. They go into a form of hibernation where they basically stop accepting new mental input until they can afford to spend the energy to build themselves back up. When in this state of imbalance, they can be stubborn, inflexible, closed-minded, and emotionally disconnected. When this happens, it is best to let them pull themselves back together before trying to step in and help. Members of the polar bear work hard to earn the respect of others. They lead from the heart. They lead from the heart. That says a lot. Using the intellect as a support system, and are among the most resilient of all signs. Check this out. So would you say this sentence here, would you say this says a lot about Leonardo DiCaprio as a successful actor in Hollywood history? The polar bear is among the most resilient of all signs. So there you go, the polar bear, which is the Virgo dragon, a combination. This combination allows them to achieve great things as long as they make a conscious effort to stay positive despite the inevitable disappointments that life could bring. As concerned as they are in managing their own sense of balance and ambition, it is also important for polar bears to share their lessons and their strength with others. There you go. Yeah. In this way, they can fulfill their ideals and give themselves a sense of purpose if they don't already have one. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave this link for you below to read on more on the spirit of the polar bear, who is Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks again for watching today's video on Leonardo DiCaprio's primal astrology. He is spirit of the polar bear in primal astrology. Okay, thanks again, guys. So keep your questions coming to me. Keep sending your questions at scorpiooxman@gmail.com. Thanks again, guys. Have a great weekend. All the best. God bless. Take care. Thank you.